Hello, friends. Welcome to my channel. Um, Today, I'm going to speak on Sagittarius, sign Sagittarius, the quest for the archer. So, if the life is a journey, Sagittarius is one of the who refuses to use a GPS. Why? Because they get lost and find a story, then they follow a road and be bored. So in zodiac, Sagittarius comes in the ninth house, the house of higher wisdom, the house of guru, the house of long travels, the house of your higher understanding, higher education. Someone want to get into a research or some kind of a detail, higher wisdom you want to earn. This is a house. It's a house of big truth. This is Sagittarius is a part of fire trine, where this is a house of fire, but this is a house of fire in a ethical way, because the ruler here is Jupiter and the planet of expansion. So Jupiter is like as a jolly professor who always got a suitcase packed. In Sagittarius, the Jupiter is in his office, and we call this as a Moola Trikona sign. That means energy is focused, energy is professional, and the energy is having full of law and order. Basically, all moral compass he is carrying with himself. Sagittarians have a natural "I have got this" attitude. So typically, a Jupiterian guy is something which we look at him. He is always try to give some kind of information, a good advisor, a good guidance Jupiterian can give. They have massive amount of faith in the universe, that they will once at certain life part of life they will feel that they will have a eureka moment, and they feel they should jump for it, and they usually does, because they are keep searching that specific uh, knowledge which probably others may not be interested, or maybe interested. Even the Sagittarius is having the kind of hunger for to find this. So what happens is that there is an inner conflict between war and bringing trouble. So it's not all sunshine, okay? It's not just talking about travel and I'm on conversation around it. But Sagittarius also faces war of ideas. They always feel everything should be on the war footing. If they need to take action, they need to be on the war footing. So what is the biggest trouble? They can be bit too right, because they value truth so much. Sometimes forget that other people have their own truths. Sometimes other people have their own thoughts, but in this situation they feel like they're a lone warrior and fighting against all corrupt systems. So that's unwarranted, or sometimes get into a conflicts or the issue. They don't fight for money, they fight for principles. So there is a very importance called principle, because whatever principles in your life you learn from your parents, your seniors, or from your guru, so they always thrive for principle. So the another area which I also find out, the Sagittarius is a sign which actually born with the purpose in life. So what happens is the Sagittarius will always start with some kind of career, and eventually at certain point of time they feel they have some another goal which they want to achieve, and they focus there. So Sagittarius challenge, or positive side I told, negative side is sometimes unwarranted advices. So Sagittarius get into asking people, even if they don't want your advice, you still go and give them the ideas, which is not a right way, because unless someone asked, you cannot give your ideas, because you are weakening your guru or Jupiter. So it's very important for them. Sagittarius have some past life connection with their in-laws. Sagittarius has some past life mistakes with respect to in-laws, or maybe some kind of occult which they probably into, and they are missing out on that aspect. Sagittarius karma is the most difficult karma because they are the struggler in karma, because they are always fight for truth, and the karma is a place for Saturn, and they get disturbed here. So their 10th house is most weakest area in the entire challenge, because the 10th house denotes the kind of struggle, kind of opposition, a kind of competition they face in their life, and they are constantly dealing with that competition and the challenge. Sagittarius is also focused on their family wealth, without expectation. They need to put their efforts into their family or relatives, where they can't expect out of it, because that's where there is a karma is coming. So there again, one of the purposes, if Jupiter is connected somewhere with the family, or the peace, eventually this there is a challenge they face with the families, because they are supposed to work like a slave for the family without keeping any expectation. And that's the shows the Sagittarius principle in area though. Sagittarius third house basically shows that Sagittarius has a very knowledge in terms of handling the travel, handling the relation with neighbor. They are very desireful, but sometimes they get into unwarranted attractions with the neighbors, and there is always some kind of challenge with the sibling. So this is an area which they are always get into a little bit in trouble, and they need to be very careful, and they need to actually build a good relation with their siblings and their but that is area they generally miss out. Sagittarius is very comfortable into their home. They love their home. They have good affinity to, or probably good affection with their mother, and that's way they look at their mother, and try and build that relation always with family and mother and home. They are fully connected with home. But yes, understand, in the fourth house the Pisces is coming, so you never know. Few of the Sagittarians probably eventually end up staying in abroad, uh, and probably the house or home which is karmically connected for them. Sagittarius generally very here is one specific observation is Sagittarius having a fifth house, where we see there always a challenge, especially the woman, or in or even in male as well. The challenge is they don't give too much importance to children. So what happens is that they conceiving and all, they don't focus initially, and they eventually end up delaying their childbirth. That also possible, and hence they need to focus on that area as well. All should not be discouraged or not showing interest because of some responsible issues, or taking the ownership and all, that becomes challenge for them. Sagittarius need to control their food habits, because food habits is something which can deal with them. So they only create their own health issues with it kind of eating habits, and especially what they eat. If they don't keep, eventually, the Jupiterian character, and eventually they end up putting a lot of weight, and that's where they need to be very very clear. There, they generally miss out on. Typically, it's a very slow. They want to go a little slow, and they just want to stay whatever it is there. But I think they need to focus on their daily routine and workout habits and all. Sagittarius Badhaka. I will say Badhaka is not right, but still Sagittarius' biggest karma is their spouse. Reason is spouse is really witty, very witty, very communicative, very talkative, and if it is good placed, then probably a good relation with the spouse. Obviously, if there is a malefic comes, then can create a disturbance. But Sagittarius needs to uh, live this life, ensuring that they be successful and ensure the happiness in the marriage. That's the biggest life karma they came in this life. If the marriage doesn't go well for a Sagittarius, just imagine this is going to be another life is going to come waiting for you, again going with the same feelers and thoughts. So Sagittarius need to focus on their family, need to focus on their wife or husband. That's very very important, and you will be get tested in during entire life what is right or what is not going right. So it's a area which is a free will. It's an area where you are getting an opportunity, and as you know, God is not sadistic. He will keep giving you opportunity again and again to ensure that you rectify your mistakes, especially related to marriage. Give enough importance, because whatever life you got today is because of you have not treated well your spouse in past life, and that's the reason you are again here, to ensuring that you are giving the best of the best service to your spouse and ensure that their happiness has been triggered. If there is a Ketu or such kind of malefic planets comes, obviously it becomes more and more difficult. But Sagittarius is, and I'm going with a plain chart. I'm not considering any planet here and all. But generally, spouse is important as far as Sagittarius is concerned. Sagittarius get a peace when they learn occult, when they understand what is especially caring nature about others, especially moon related activity. They feel that okay, if I can able to help other, so that's why Sagittarius gets certain amount of inner peace which they probably not able to express. But example, Sagittarius people, I generally found that most of the folks who's in Sagittarius, there is some kind of attraction towards occult, because moon again denotes with astrology, and these people have some kind of affinity of astrology or psychology or something related, where you can delve into others mind and try and rectify and correct the problems. That's what the Sagittarius do. Sagittarius father is a very authority. He is strong person, but he faces a lot of challenges, especially getting his own home. Sagittarius father struggle to even sometimes get his own home. So, or even if he gets home, he after a lot of struggle, after a lot of struggle, and Sagittarius needs to really father is like a very clear with his own ego. He'll be little egoistic person, but yet Sagittarius will able to handle the relationship really well. But he cannot cross his father. He will bow down in front of father. He will not allow that whatever he says is going to father is going to listen. It's not going to happen. So that's something you need to be really, and you need to maintain the respect to elders, and that's part of it. Parents are become so critical because your fourth house is managed by Pisces. Your mother is extremely emotional, extremely, I will say, your mother is your karmic relationship. I think is a past life mother only coming back to you as a mother. So please understand, the relationship with mother is going to be important. So here, fourth house is Pisces and fifth, ninth house is Leo. It clearly indicates your soul and your jiva is totally connected with your parents. Parents are one of the key critical karma in your life other than your spouse. So if you see your whole life is going to go around your spouse, your father, your mother, your relative, or even your daughter as well. So or son as well. All whatever is happens is basically your relationship, right, lingering around them, and your investment of karma is going to be there, and that's where you can build your own skills. Sagittarius, I told you about their relationship with colleagues and friends is going to be extremely good. They sometimes mismanage the balance the relationship with the friends and relatives, and that's where they need to really focus on balancing that relationship and ensuring that they build it up. Sagittarius also have a 12th house, which is of a Scorpio. Please understand, Scorpio is a sign of transformation. So, if Sagittarian goes to foreign country, he go through his karmic struggle, and he has to go through that karmic struggle. Then only he is able to achieve whatever he want to achieve. But that struggle is imminent. He will become more and more spiritual if he travels to or he moves to foreign country. Even in the home, he always the kind of sanchit karma will come. Some very very tough sanchit karma will come, because it's a transformation sign coming in the sanchit karma sign. So you will have a long efforts to put on your sanchita karma, which obviously you go through all kind of meditation or isolation or you have to build it, and but it will be very hard way. So Sagittarius is overall, I see that Sagittarius is a sign which has come to you is with the some special purpose, because ninth house again it's connected with somewhere your religious thoughts, faith, and that's where when we see if Ketu connection happens with Sagittarius, they generally are the best place for Ketu, because Ketu get a sort of exalted here, and Ketu generally is a surrender to Jupiter, so it is always important that the moment you realize this Ketu is in the Sagittarius, it actually doesn't require to know everything. He just follow the dharma and he just surrender himself to that religion, his own religion. Whereas Rahu makes a little challenging for Sagittarius, because Rahu is a out of box thinking. Rahu is going out of way, or Rahu is allowing, not allowing to think what the way you should think, because Sagittarius is a ethical, or Sagittarius is more of a following his own tradition, culture, route. If you allow Rahu here, that person is the most probable to change his religion as well. So Sagittarians are very careful when they deal with a different race, or a different religion, because you may get infatuated or attracted towards other religion easily. And for the Sagittarius, this life purpose is to behold your truth, behold your dharma, behold your religion, behold your own law and order perspective. So using Rahu, you will end up into a little bit trouble for self. So it is better to focus on your own religion and surrender to your religion, your God, your divine which you follow, or deity you want to follow, but ensure that you don't get. So Rahu is something which can disturb Sagittarius maximum. So that's where the challenge comes. So Sagittarians are basically, at least once in a life they will fall means they will have some kind of trouble in life. Midlife some trouble will come, maybe later part of the life some trouble, or some people get an initial part of life as well. So the trouble is like you suddenly lose a job, you are 4 5 6 years you're not doing anything, you are aimless, or you become very wandering in the situation, and then you come back in the track. But this fall is imminent, it is confirmed. Whoever is Sagittarian, they will at least once in the life they either face financial issue, or personal issue, or career issue. They face this issue because this is a karma. So whatever you face today, you are just cleaning up your old karma. So it is eminent that you will go through it. So Sagittarius is a sign of Jupiter, he is himself is a guru. Okay, all Sagittarians, I always bow down to them, because they are the guru. They are the one who born with huge wisdom. They have done in past lives so much of knowledge gathering. They, even you just give them some opportunity to speak on their favorite topic, they can speak for hours. They will not even stop. They have so much of information on this, and you will ask how you got information. He himself will not know where I got this information. This is like I am already carrying this information. So Sagittarius are such kind of people who actually learn a lot. Their life purpose is not wealth accumulation. The life purpose is accumulation of knowledge which they have done it in previous life. They want to distribute. Their first purpose comes to distribute this knowledge to others. The people who don't doesn't understand, or downtrodden people, or the people who are little not aware of such opportunity they got, you just explain them, because you are a guru, you are a teacher. So unless you don't teaching others, your karma doesn't completes. Okay, so that's one critical part. So because it is your Jupiter, and if Jupiter is in good position in your chart, you will rise like a big sun, like you are shining like a sun, you will shine like a sun. But yes, please understand, guru bow down towards sun. So don't get carried away with the shine and the growth or a success, because it is going to be remain a very very I will say a momentary. The success is momentary. What will remain is your knowledge, what is legacy you are giving it to the society and yourself. Because if the 10th house is connected with the 8th house, the people, Sagittarians, some of the people either they exit quietly without knowing anything, or they will create their own legacy, and a lot of people after their death they will follow. So this is the overall Sagittarius purely on a sign, without even I'm discussing aspects or planetary presence. I ensure that you get a Sagittarius crust, knowing about it. So all the best to all Sagittarians. I wish them luck. And if you like this channel, please do subscribe, comment, and if you like this video and you know some Sagittarians in your group, just send them this video and let them also enjoy some of the information they may not be having. So thank you once again, and add your comments if you have anything you agree with me or you don't agree with me. In either way I'm fine with that. So please look just see the video if you are not watched. So thank you so much again and have a great day.